You know what's more exhausting than aging? Waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night, just to use the bathroom. It's not just annoying. It chips away at your sleep, your mood, your energy, and for many people over 60, it's become the new normal. But here's something no one tells you. Frequent nighttime urination, or what doctors call nocturia, is not just a part of getting older. It's a signal, a whisper from your body saying, something inside needs your help. In fact, studies from the Journal of Urology found that over 70% of adults over 60 experience nocturia, but only a tiny fraction ever find relief. Why? Because most don't realize that food, yes, the right vegetables, can naturally calm your bladder, reduce inflammation, and help you finally sleep through the night. And the best part? These aren't rare, exotic things. They're humble veggies you can find in almost any local market, but only a few work in the way your body truly needs. So in today's video, I'll show you the 3 most powerful vegetables to help your bladder rest at night, and your body rest with it. We'll talk about what makes each one so effective, how to eat them the right way, and even a few things to watch out for depending on your health condition. Stick with me until the end, because the third one might surprise you, especially if you've been dealing with swelling or blood sugar issues too. And if you've ever found value from our channel, take a second to tap that subscribe button, leave a comment below with your experience, and join the Health 365 community. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Now let's start with the first veggie on our journey back to peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. You might think of cucumber as just a crunchy side on your plate, maybe something to dip in hummus or toss in a salad. But when it comes to calming your bladder and keeping you asleep through the night, this simple green veggie is surprisingly powerful. See, most people assume cucumbers are mostly water, and that's true, about 95%. But here's where it gets interesting, that water isn't just plain water. It's structured in a way that helps flush your kidneys during the day while reducing fluid retention at night. That means your body uses that hydration earlier, when it's supposed to, and not while you're trying to rest. This alone can help take pressure off your bladder when you're lying down, especially if you eat cucumber earlier in the day, like at lunch or an early dinner. But that's just the start. Cucumbers are packed with a plant compound called cucurbitacins, which researchers at the International Journal of Molecular Sciences have studied for its anti-inflammatory effects, especially in the bladder and prostate tissues. And for men over 60, this is crucial. Because when the prostate becomes slightly enlarged, a condition called BPH, it presses on the urethra. That's why you might feel the urge to pee often, but the flow is weak, and it always feels like there's more left behind. Cucumbers can help ease this inflammation and gently relax the bladder wall, giving you better control and fewer trips to the toilet after midnight. Women benefit, too. Postmenopausal changes in estrogen levels can irritate the bladder lining, leading to urgency at night. Cucumbers' hydrating minerals, especially potassium and magnesium, help soothe nerve signals and stabilize muscle contractions in the urinary tract. And here's something many seniors tell me. I avoid drinking water in the evening, but I'm still up at night. That's because it's not just liquid, but the food composition that affects how your body holds or releases water. Eating cucumbers as part of a light dinner helps your body release excess fluid naturally before bed, rather than holding onto it and dumping it all out at 2 a.m. Just be careful with pickled cucumbers. I know they're tasty, especially with rice or sandwiches, but those often contain high sodium levels, which make your body retain more water, not less. And that can actually increase nighttime urination. So go for fresh, peeled cucumbers. Slice them thin and toss them with a bit of lemon juice and olive oil. delicious, and bladder-friendly. Try eating them at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime for the best effect. Now, if cucumber brings relief by cooling the bladder, the next vegetable works on something even deeper, restoring control over your bladder muscles from the inside out. Let's talk about spinach. Now, let me tell you something most people overlook. Frequent nighttime urination isn't always about your bladder. Sometimes it's your nervous system and muscles not communicating properly. And if that's the case, no amount of water cutting or timing tricks will work, because the problem is internal. That's where spinach comes in. This humble leafy green is more than just iron and Popeye strength. It's a natural bladder stabilizer and nerve supporter. Here's how. Spinach is one of the richest vegetable sources of magnesium, a mineral that quietly does hundreds of jobs in your body. But one of its most important roles is regulating muscle and nerve function. Your bladder is a muscle. It contracts and relaxes all day and night to store and release urine. When magnesium levels drop, especially in older adults, the bladder can become jumpy, sending out random signals to empty, even when it's only a little full. That's what causes those frustrating, urgent nighttime trips that interrupt your rest. One study from the journal Neurourology and Urodynamics showed that older adults who had higher dietary magnesium levels experienced significantly fewer episodes of nocturia compared to those who were deficient. And guess what? Over 50% of people over 60 don't get enough magnesium from their daily meals. Why? Because many of us avoid leafy greens, especially at night, thinking they're hard to digest. But spinach, when lightly sautéed or steamed, becomes gentle on the gut while keeping its nutrients intact. Add just a pinch of olive oil and garlic, and you've got a side dish that doesn't just taste good. It supports your body's overnight calm. But that's not all. Spinach also contains betaine, a compound that helps reduce homocysteine levels. What's that? It's a type of inflammation marker linked to heart and kidney strain. By lowering this, spinach indirectly supports the kidneys, so they don't have to work overtime while you sleep. And if you're someone managing blood sugar, spinach gives you another win. It's extremely low on the glycemic index, meaning it won't spike your insulin or trigger a blood sugar dip, which is another cause of nocturia many people don't realize. Now, I do want to share one caution. If you have kidney stones, especially oxalate-based stones, talk to your doctor before adding too much spinach. It's high in oxalates, and while cooking reduces this, moderation is key. But for most people, adding spinach to your dinner, just half a cup steamed, is a simple way to help your bladder stay quiet, your nerves stay relaxed, and your sleep stay deep. And if spinach strengthens the system from the inside, then our next vegetable works like a gentle flush, removing what shouldn't stay behind, and doing it without stirring up the bladder at night. Let's look at zucchini. Zucchini might not be the flashiest vegetable in the basket, but don't let its soft skin and mild flavor fool you. It can make a big difference when it comes to how often you're waking up at night to pee. Now here's what makes zucchini so special, especially for seniors over 60. It's what I like to call a smart hydrator. It holds a high amount of water, yes, but unlike other watery foods that flood your system all at once, zucchini delivers that moisture slowly, along with electrolytes that help your body decide where and when to let go of fluid. That means less strain on the bladder during the night. But the real magic lies in zucchini's fiber, particularly soluble fiber, which helps balance blood sugar and supports kidney health. Let me explain why that matters. If your blood sugar is unstable, your kidneys try to flush out the excess sugar through urine. And guess when that usually happens? Late at night, when your body's trying to rest. Zucchini helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the blood. so you're not triggering those urgent trips to the bathroom in the middle of the night. This is especially helpful for anyone dealing with prediabetes, diabetes, or even just insulin resistance. In fact, a 2020 study published in Nutrients journal found that diets rich in soluble fiber, like the kind found in zucchini, reduced both fasting blood sugar levels and nighttime urinary frequency in older adults with metabolic syndrome. That's a fancy way of saying, eat more zucchini, and you may pee less at night. But there's something else at play too. Zucchini contains vitamin B6, which helps regulate your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells your body when to sleep, when to wake, and yes, even when to urinate. When your B6 levels are low, this rhythm can get out of sync, and your kidneys may start being more active at night than they should be. Zucchini helps gently restore that balance. Plus, it's incredibly easy to digest. So if you've been avoiding veggies at dinner because they make you feel bloated or heavy before bed, zucchini is a gentle alternative. You can steam it, roast it, or even mash it with a bit of olive oil and herbs. Simple, soothing, and effective. Just one heads up. If you have low blood pressure, zucchini's natural potassium content might lower it slightly more, so pair it with a bit of sea salt and enjoy it earlier in the evening rather than right before bed. Zucchini isn't just soft on your fork. It's soft on your bladder, your blood sugar, and your sleep cycle. A perfect evening veggie if there ever was one. So now that you've seen what these 3 vegetables can do, let's wrap it all up with a few gentle reminders. And one thing I hope you'll carry with you tonight. Shall we? You know, sometimes it's the simplest changes, the ones hiding right there in your kitchen, that end up making the biggest difference. A slice of cucumber at lunch, a bit of steamed spinach at dinner, a small side of zucchini with your evening meal. No pills, no complicated routines, just food, real, healing food, gently guiding your body back to balance. If you've been struggling with those late-night bathroom visits, feeling like your sleep is being stolen one trip at a time, I hope today's video gave you a little spark of hope. Because it's not too late. You can still rest deeply. You can still wake up feeling clear, steady, and energized. It's not about being perfect. It's about giving your body small gifts each day and letting those choices build into something better over time. So tonight, as you prepare your meal, maybe try adding just one of these vegetables. Notice how your body responds, and if it helps, even just a little, keep going. That's how healing works. If this video spoke to you, or if you've tried one of these tips and it made a difference, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Truly, you never know. Your words might inspire someone else to take that first step. And don't forget to tap like and subscribe to Health 365. Together, we're building a community where growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means growing stronger, wiser, and yes, sleeping better too. Until next time, take care of yourself. You deserve peaceful nights and joyful mornings. And it starts, sometimes, with what's on your plate.